NBA2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and we have David Aldridge on our sideline. And our special guest tonight, welcoming in Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, Kevin, man, great to be here. I hate being up in that studio sometimes. I love it down here,
we
man.
We need you courtside.
Oh,
we
man,
need you
it feels
courtside.
so much better being with you guys and them other two.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, the Clippers, for now at least, are still tenants at the Staples Center. But former team superstar and analyst for the Hawks, Dominique Wilkins, who used to play for the Clippers at the end of his career, said the atmosphere at their games now matches that of the Lakers, adding, "This excitement for two teams in the same city, I don't know when that's happened in basketball. It's pretty amazing." Guys?
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. D.A., thank you. Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number one. Jokic, number two. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass, because, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center.
He has gotten better.
He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to.
Here's the starting group for Houston. You've got Wood, all out there with Porter. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Tate in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Batum in at the 4. George got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Wall looking it over. The teardrop falls in. Wall's got the opening basket of the game for Houston.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Here's Zubac. Outside, George. Here's Zubac. And off the glass. That one's good.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Wall, and he gets the bucket. Wall's got his second basket of the night.
Such a shrewd playmaker. Love watching Wall break down the defense in the pick and roll.
George against Porter.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And there's the pass to Wall. Houston moving it around. Drops in the layup for 2. Wall's got 6.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Every player has that moment when they know it's their last season in the league. The body tells them, the mind probably leads them in that direction. Did you know, Kenny, when it was time to retire?
When the paycheck stopped coming, I was like, I think it's time to give it up.
No, your body, right?
Oh, my body.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that was one reason. But then there's a play in basketball when you get a steal. You take a picture back to see who's chasing you. And when you realize when you're young, guys don't chase you. They have that body language. They're not coming after you. But when you turn around and they all have that body language like they're coming after you, it's time to retire.
Man, the funny thing for me, being more of a defensive player, I never forget, it was a loose ball, like at half court, and I was like 5-6 feet from it. And I looked at it and I said to myself, can I get that? And by the time I processed it
was gone.
The young fella had already got
it was
it.
gone.
I went home and cried that night. True story, because I knew
really?
Time to hang him up, baby.
Yeah. How old were you?
I was 34.
You know
33,
who the real guy made me retire?
Who?
Darryl Armstrong. It was a preseason game. I was with Detroit, and this guy full court pressured me, and I couldn't really bring the ball. I couldn't bring the ball up. I couldn't bring it up. I had to let somebody else bring the ball up. He was pressuring me. I was like, it's time.
And Leonard gets it to go.
We know George can beat you with the pass, has great vision and great court sense.
Now here's Wall. He had 31 points in the win against Dallas.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
And it's sent back by George. All alone and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Such a terrific jump shooter. George can do it all from the standstill or on the move.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Porter. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers in the lead. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
I'm shocked that George hit that shot. Lots of contact.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Clippers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
That's good from George.
He's a top talent in today's game. George is not only a dynamic offensive player, but he's versatile and a skilled defender.
Jackson against Wall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kenny, you played in so many different kind of offensive styles and systems during your basketball career. What stands out as your favorite?
Favorite was the Rockets. So that was the best style of play that I enjoyed most.
Yeah, I think you make a great call. You know, people would think like as a guard, you'd want to just have more opportunity to be the focal point, but the reality is we'd rather win.
Without question.
You'd much rather play with a great big in our era who could dominate the paint because the role reverses. They basically become your point guards because they're playing out double teams, and now you're getting to catch guys in transition running at you where you can be more effective.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Now here's Leonard. A 29-point game for him in the win against Portland.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
George, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Porter kicks to Wall. His 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers leading by 3. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Outside Jackson. George passes to Leonard. Offline with his 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And a wide open look for Porter. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Zubac. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland. 6 to shoot. George against Porter. It's hauled in by Wood.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Porter against Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And there are a lot of questions on the best way, guys, to develop talent in the NBA. Kenny, would you restructure youth basketball in the U.S.?
Many fans think that the G League could supplant college hoops. I think I would restructure it in this way. And it has nothing to do with the players. I would just make sure that the coaches are coaches. Meaning, to get a driver's license, what do you need? You have to learn to drive. To get any kind of thing, you need a license to do it. You don't need a license to be a coach. No, you got to be a licensed coach, Michael.
And not to mention, this is still a business. So I'd rather have the impact of what the college game brings, because now I got a ready-made star coming into our game. You think about when Magic and Bird came in, they were big stars because they have played in the most watched game ever.
Absolutely.
Right? There's still a huge advantage to having collegians come into our league.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Nicholas Batum. And a switch here also for Houston. Wilson's checked in. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. All with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Wilson. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Leonard with the ball. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Good with the block. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And that one drops for him. And now a three-point Houston lead.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Cousins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Outside Porter. Back to Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Now here's Leonard. Fades and shoots. And it's Leonard again missing.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Brown kicks to Wall. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
Rockets leading by 3.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, Jokic and Doncic, they come to mind. They're probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. It's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player now. I never think about Giannis as an international player anymore.
Our game's been global for so long now that's a great point, because, we had Dirk, and we've had Nash, and we've had Akeem. Some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Yep.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Rockets. Augustine comes in for John Wall. Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Cousins. He kicks to Morris. Here's Mann. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Baseline J on the way. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And that one drops.
Timeout.
And now a 7-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago. And with more players controlling their free agent destiny, we're starting to see a little backlash. Yet you think there's a double standard? Teams can trade them, but players are supposed to be loyal.
Well, it's a double standard for sure. But the only one who loses out are the fans in that double standard. The fans have no control over who stays in the league, but they have to cheer for who comes in. So I feel for the fans, but it is a business.
And here are the Clippers now, following the miss by Avery Bradley. Here's man, guarded by Bradley. Passes it to Kennard. Rondo with the ball. They need this one. And that one is off. Bradley with some nice D. To the inside. It's tipped. Here's man. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 1:37 left here in the first quarter. Augustine with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Augustine's running and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Bucket is good. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here's Kennard, following the score by Avery Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. The shot by Rondo is no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's man. Pass to Cousins. Here's man for the 3. They get it again. Cousins on the follow.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Augustine. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. 2 elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
John Wall getting it done for Houston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Rajon Rondo, Luke Kennard out there with Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Boy, Cousins doing a nice job using his strength on the drive to draw the foul and overpower a defender there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Olynyk, he's checked in for the Rockets. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
the Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
Rondo, bounce pass. And they double up Cousins. A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Batum in for Rajon Rondo.
Nicholas Batum.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Augustine with the steal. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Zubac. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. 11th in field goal percentage. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado. And more often than not, he prevails. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's the pass to Tate. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the basket by Olynyk.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
And here is Morris. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. While there's a break in the action, here are the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA, revealing the top three-point shooters. Well, you look at Kennard, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
That free throw good for Morris.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But then we see summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles or New York. So, Kenny, which is it?
Well, there's 2 aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there could be a better quality of life. In a big city, you could be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and then the quality of life goes down.
Yeah, and the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis. You look at Durant and OKC, Westbrook. You can be as big a star in any market in today's game.
Out to the right wing. Here's Olynyk. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Morris. And it's all evened up. Morris has got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Man passes to George. From the top of the key. It's rebounded by Houston. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Augustine with the steal. He dishes it to Bradley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. 2 shots. Free throw good from Bradley. Christian Woods checked in for Houston. John Wall comes in for DJ Augustine. And so Bradley nails both of them. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Porter's checked in for Avery Bradley. Olynyk with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Porter's running. The Rockets with another miss. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the 2nd. Leonard kicks to Jackson. From the arc. Los Angeles with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's Wall with the ball for Houston. They lead by 4. Porter, no luck. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 2nd. George. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. George has got 13.
Putting on a show right now, George. Man, his teammates would be wise to just keep getting him the rock.
Pass to Wood. And finished off by Wood.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
With the fadeaway. And it's Leonard missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Tate, he's covered by Leonard. Tate, the pass to Wall. Clock at 6. Olynyk can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
They make Leonard fight hard, but he can get ruthless right back.
It's his first trip to the line.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Jackson against Wall. To the wing right side. Here's Olynyk. Batum grabs the miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Leonard with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight. The Rockets trail. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
To look at stats for Porter, breaking down his play since the All-Star break, averaging about 15 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Wall passes to Porter. Wall against Jackson. The 3, but they recover it. Wood. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Wall against Leonard.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Here's George. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game. Rockets trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Wall. And that time, also a missed shot. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Leonard, and the layup is good. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Can't lose sight of Leonard. When the break is on, he's outstanding at knowing where to be.
Wall passes to Wood. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson misses. Now Porter. Last game out, he had 14. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he's kept this percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Outside, George. Passes it to Jackson. Outside Leonard. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
The high release point, the soft touch. Kawhi's jumper is a work of art.
Now here's Wall. He's got 15. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finished off by Wood.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there. You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Pass to Wilson. Houston moving it around. Wood kicks to Wall. Brown feeling out a bit. Here's Wilson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now the pass to Zubac. Back to George. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
That's good from Porter on the assist from Wall. Porter's got the game tied up here for Houston.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Shoots over Brown, and it's Leonard missing. And it's Wall with the ball for the Houston Rockets. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of the game. In for his 7th make in 14 tries. And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll tell
So I wanna
G
come back.
Fellow PG, we got to let him
Yes,
in.
sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Clark, has there ever been a smoother transition from on-court star to broadcast mainstay than what we've seen and heard with Kenny Smith?
Very much like his game, Kenny Smith smoothly stepping from the court to the broadcast booth. And, you know, he's been fantastic in his role with the NBA as a broadcaster. And, you know, he's been part of the NBA family for decades now, and he's done it at a high level.
Leonard against Brown. Fades away. They get the rebound. Zubac, a beautiful reverse layup. Zubac has got 6 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Wall draws the double. On the wing, Brown. Shoots. And too long on the shot. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Wall with a block.
A stellar all-around defender. Wall enjoys rising up and denying shooters.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And returning from his sojourn, doing some in-game analysis, he laughed, cried, he turned down the volume. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Smith.
Yeah, welcome back, buddy. Kenny, man, we missed you.
Yeah, I know. You guys missed me. Like how much? Seriously. Put it in the work.
Minimal.
That's not a lot.
No.
They treated me so well down there.
What's less than minimal?
3 minimal.
How about 0?
I'm so hurt.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Olynyk. Porter is out there with Wall. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Tate in at the 3. Here's Wood. Porter with it. Elbow shot. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers trail. And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Here's Wall. Makes it off the glass. Wall's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, when Wall is scoring like this, it's special to watch. A spectacular, explosive performance.
And Leonard gets it to go. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
George passes to Leonard. Pulls from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Zubac. Tries again. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Zubac has got 4 points in the quarter. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Wall draws the double. Olynyk against Batum. Olynyk dishes to Porter. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Outside, Batum. Back to Leonard. Tries it again. Another miss by Leonard. Houston in the lead. Here's Tate. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Leonard laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 17.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Pass to Porter. Outside, Wall. George against Porter. Takes it from 10. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
What a game. This lead just keeps going back and forth.
Extremely competitive, partner. No question about it. Good stuff here.
And the Clippers call time here. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. Taking a look at the Clippers. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course Houston just need to take it a game at a time.
You know, for Los Angeles, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
That one falls. 11 points in the game.
Cousins plays inside with an attitude that says, you want to stop me? Give me your best shot.
To the middle, here's Olynyk. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to Batum. Shoots over Olynyk. Offensive rebound. Kennard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
That free throw, good from Kennard. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Pass to Man. And he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here's Augustine. He's got 6. That shot wide open.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
Here's Man. Kennard, the bounce pass. Here's Cousins. It's deflected. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And the pass to Kennard. Now Bradley. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game to the right side. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Here's Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Fades. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Here's Olynyk, and the rejection by Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. DJ Augustine picks one up. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
That free throw, good from Kennard. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Houston. Wilson, he's checked in for Olynyk. So he gets them both. Now here is Augustine. He has 6. Kicks it to Bradley. And it's good for 2. Bradley's got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Right side Bradley. Back to Augustine. The dish now to Bradley. Shoots from 12. And it's Houston with another.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pass to Mann. And here is Cousins. Out to Morris. Takes a 3. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Here's Augustine. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And the rejection by Cousins. And here they come. It's rebounded by Houston. Wilson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Tate the pass to Augustine. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, Augustine, when he's attacking, playing downhill, trying to score, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense and puts him in a tough spot guarding it.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Clippers?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
The free throw drops for Augustine. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And DJ Augustine knows what he's out there for, to distribute the ball. I mean, always has his head on a swivel, and he's looking to find his teammates.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Leonard. He feeds it to Cousins. Wilson with the block. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Unloads. Rondo with the rebound. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Cousins, the pass to Leonard. Back to Cousins. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Wall passes to Wilson, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 here in this one already. George looking around, and that one is good. George has got 17.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And that one, good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Rondo finds Leonard. No good with the triple.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Back to Wall. Outside Wilson. Houston moving the ball around. Wood can't hit. Clippers trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oh, and here comes Wall all alone.
He is a monster in transition. Wall operates in the open court at an elite level. I'm not sure there's anyone who finishes better on the break.
Cousins with it. 11 points in the game. And here's Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Over to Wall. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Kicks it out to Bradley. Rondo with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Houston on top, ending the third quarter with a 13-4 run. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Houston leading by 4. Now Wall. Pass to Bradley. Back to Wall. And he banks in the layup. 25 points for Wall.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
That free throw, no good.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
Houston making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And it's Wall with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Plays it up and banks it in. Wall's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Leonard, the layup missed.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Porter kicks to Bradley. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Clippers trail by 9. The feed to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Rockets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Wall, and there's the pass to Wood. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 9 assists now tonight. Wood's gone even 50% from the field, 5 of 10. Rondo dishes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And, guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up and everyone falls in line.
They grab their own miss. Wood kicks to Bradley. Passes it to Wall. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 7. Wood with the block. Wall against George. Wall, good. Wall's got 29 in the game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Wood can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Jackson. That shot off the mark. Bradley with some nice D. Porter against George. Left side, Porter. Pass to Wood. Houston moving it around. All with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Ball's knocked loose. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Clippers trail by 7. And George kicks to Jackson. Outside Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Leonard hits them both. Houston leading by 5. Here is Wall. Wall draws the double. 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George. The first one falls. And Porter drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
The pass to Leonard. And yes, it's good. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
And Wall. Here we go now.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
In the moment he's got the rock, Wall goes turbo, gets up court as fast as anyone.
Jackson against Wall. A 3 from Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Jackson against Wall. It's Wood, top of the key. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Right side, George. Now here's Wall. Feeds it to Porter. Wood passes to Tate. Knocked away. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Wood. Wood's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Rockets leading by 12. Right side, Wall. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wall's got 18 points just in the second half.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, John Wall.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Pass to Wood.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Here's George, and the layup falls. George has got 21 in the game.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding.
Augustine passes to Olynyk, and there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Tate. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. And the Rockets lead by 14.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Jackson down low, guarded by Augustine, and the basket by Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Passes to Olynyk. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He can't get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Jackson misses.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Augustine passes to Wood. Right block shot. And that one goes long. Clippers trail by 12. Left side Jackson. It's rebounded by Houston.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Porter dishes to Augustine. Pass to Wood. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Wood's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Basket good.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. John Rondo's checked in for Reggie Jackson. Augustine with it. Down low. Here's Wood. And finished off by Wood.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Stripped it away. Batum brings the double team. The pass to Tate. 6 to shoot. They get it again. Augustine against Rondo. Pass to Wood. Fires from deep. Houston gets it back. Pass to Tate. Fires the three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Clippers trail by 14. And here's Leonard. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because I think they're on to something. If we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Zubac trying to break loose. Makes it off the glass.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
Porter looking it over. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for the Rockets, Kevin Porter. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter. Good on both. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Augustine against Rondo. Now here's Kennard. He's covered closely. So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time